I had to go serve time in jail, serve out the rest of my probation, and I think that kind of helped me out because it kept me out of that world again. And by the time I got back out of jail, you know, I had quite a few months of sobriety, and you know, I kept my chin up and I prayed, and you know, and I went my separate way from everybody else, and found Vanden, my buddy Vanden, and he stood by me. You know, he's like, you don't need that. You know, that helped a lot. You know, someone that I could talk to and tell him how I felt, and he could sympathize with me. You know, and tell me, yeah, I can understand that. You know, I'm glad you're doing good. And he gave me a lot of good things. You know what I mean? You know, well, I'm proud of you. You know, you've been away from that stuff for this long, and you know, just keep up the good work. And you know, he drove me. You know, in the beginning it wasn't quite that way, but then he started kind of understanding where I was coming from, and you know, he's like, well, you know, I can't really relate for sure, but you know, I can see where you're going, and he's like, seeing where you were, and like, you're doing good, and you know, he just was there to help me out through the hard times. And you know, I still have hard times, but not like I used to. You know what I mean? My hardest time now was one of my best days back then. You know, and even better than one of my best days. You know, so that makes a lot of difference.
I can remember them getting me water, you know, making me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, trying to take care of me, snuggling with me and putting a movie on for me to watch with them while I was going through DTs. And I didn't want any noise. You know, Michael would go around the house, shh, you guys be quiet. Mom's trying to sleep, you know, because I would lose it. It's sad. It's sad, but it's good now. It's getting so much better now. It's taken so much to earn their trust back. They're afraid I'm going to abandon them, you know. I've just now gotten, it's been a year, and I've just now gotten my children to where I can go out to the car and load the baby up, and, you know, they're not freaking out because I've walked out the door, you know. No, Mom, wait for me, you know, don't leave me. It's a slow process. And nothing ever happens as quickly as you want it to when you're in pain of any kind, you know. But I don't know, I just kind of look around at my life today and I'm grateful. One of the main things for me is knowing that my feelings are just feelings and they're gonna pass. You know, I'm not gonna die, they're not gonna, you know, my life isn't over. It's not the end of the world. My feelings are just feelings and they're gonna pass. And I mean, within 5 minutes, sometimes within a couple days, you know, just depending on the situation, I'll start feeling better.
You know, I finally realized that I'm too good for that. And actually, I thought I was too good for that, but now I know. You know, I've lived almost 5 years without that, and you know, I actually like myself today, and I actually enjoy life, and I have a wonderful lady that loves me that has never done that stuff and doesn't understand one bit. But I think the fact of having to give my kids up to the state and watching their faces when the state took them away, you know, and that was it. That was it. And it wasn't the fact that I had no gas and I had no running water and I had none of that. I mean, that's what made me call the state and ask for help. But seeing their faces when they were taken away was the hardest thing for me. Man, I was a bad guy. I did some things then that I would never dream of doing today. I can't believe I did them. But I think I've been forgiven, you know, because I got 5 years of being clean, and this 5 years I've been through a whole bunch of shit. But I think I'm almost caught up. I'm a good guy now.